friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Stacy and I am the Chapter Conundrum, and in today's video I'm joined by my husband Jake.
Hello.
Lucky Strummer, and we have a fun one for you guys. It's going to be us reacting to our 25 books to read in 2025 videos. So we don't remember what we put on our own lists, but we watched each other's videos and prepared the list and the stack of books we own covered under like blanket, sweater, whatever. So we're gonna go through each other's lists and see where we're at. I have a feeling that I am not very far into my list.
And I don't really remember what I put on mine because that was half a year ago.
Yeah. So what do you want to do first? Do you want to do your list, my list, or are we gonna go like one and one?
It's gonna be easier to do one at a time.
Okay.
We have quite a few books to show y'all probably.
Yeah.
How about we do mine first?
Okay.
So yeah, I made this video. I think we both did it in January.
Either December or January. I didn't look.
Yep, 25 books. I have no idea. But do you want to? Can I make a guess of how many that I read?
Yeah. How many do you think you've read?
I want to say 10.
Okay.
So not quite half, but almost there.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you now, or do you want to wait and find out at the end?
We'll wait and find out.
Okay.
Build the suspense.
Okay. So the first one on your list, and Jake's list was kind of themed for anticipated releases and 5-star predictions, just so you know. So the first one on your list was Never Flinch by Stephen King.
I read that, obviously.
And how did you feel about it?
Meh. I have a book review for it, and it is another Holly Gibney story. I really hope that he moves on from this character, but he seems to be obsessed with her, so I doubt it.
So you never know. All right, the second one on your list is Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell.
Well,
that's not out yet. It comes out later this month on the 24th, so that one's not your fault.
if we made this like 2 weeks from now, I would have read it on day one, so.
Yeah. Third, you have With a Vengeance by Riley Sager, and that is out already, but you have not read it yet.
Yeah, technically we made that for our July pick.
First Real Chill or Kill book club, yeah.
So, I'm not too mad about that either.
Number 4.
Just throw it at me, why don't you?
Number 4 is Luck in the Shadows by Lynn Flewelling.
And I did read that, and I thought it was meh. Which is very sad because I really liked her Tamir Triad trilogy, and this is kind of like her prequel series that's 7 books long, and I'm not thinking I'm gonna like it. But I'll eventually read book 2, but book 1 was like 3 stars and not that great.
The next one is another one we own physically, and it is Priest of Bones by Peter McLean.
Well, not only did I reread this book, but I've actually caught up with the series. I finished the quartet, and I really liked it. A bonus brownie points for me.
Next up,
Dragon's Path,
by Daniel Abraham.
Which is another series that I want to read. And not only have I reread the first book, I've read the second book, and I will be continuing. I gave the second book 5 stars. And this one I actually gave 4 stars to on a reread. When I first read it, I gave it 4.5 stars. I liked it a little less, which is kind of rare.
Yeah.
But another book that I read.
Number 7 on your list is The Sunlit Man by Brando Sando.
I have not read that.
No, you have not. And we don't own it.
That's one of his Secret Project Cosmere novels. I haven't read any of those.
Yeah.
So.
Aren't you supposed to read that one before Wind and Truth?
I don't know.
I think I've heard people say that.
I think some people regretted reading it before Wind and Truth.
Oh, I thought the opposite. I thought you were supposed to.
I mean, you're probably supposed to, but it might like spoil something or like, I don't know.
Something?
I don't care. I gave Wind and Truth 5 stars, so it wasn't needed.
Okay. Number 8 was Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
I just read this. It came out last week.
Yes. Number 9 is Buffalo Hunter Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones.
I also read that. That came out in March, and that one was pretty disappointing.
Yeah. I think you're not the only one who felt that way too. A bunch of the people in the Discord felt that.
Yeah, I think the consensus was that it was too long, and also reading it during a readathon was not the smartest idea because it's a book you really have to read slowly.
Yeah.
Which doesn't coincide well with a readathon.
Yeah. So the next one on your list is one that is not out yet, and it is The City and Its Uncertain Walls by Haruki Murakami.
That's out.
Well, Goodreads said it was coming September 9th.
pretty sure that's September 9th last year.
No, it said expected publications. Google it. Maybe it got pushed back.
No,
Or maybe it's the paperback release date on Goodreads.
Yeah, because that's his new release. That's like if I go
Find
on
out.
like if I go on Audible, it's gonna be here.
The City and Its Uncertain Walls.
It's in my library.
Okay, so it is your
I can
fault.
listen to it right now.
Okay, so it is out. I don't know what release date Goodreads had. Maybe the paperback release date, or maybe it's just like looking at another countries or something.
It came out on my birthday last year.
Okay, I'm going to update this count then. Hang on. Okay, so number 11 was.
Over Murakami. I was going to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
You're like, Murakami. Let's just skip him.
Yeah, okay. What do you want to say about Murakami?
I want to read it.
That's what you interrupted the video to say?
I want to read it.
We know you want to read it. It's on your 25 to read in 2025.
But yeah, I just don't know when I'll get to it. It's because I wanted to read it last year, but didn't have time for it. But it's kind of just anytime this year I'll read it. We'll see. I feel like I'm rocking the list so far. Like I've read a lot more so far that I've read.
Okay.
If that made any sense.
No. 11 is A Killing Cold by Kate Alice Marshall.
I did read that one, and yet again, kind of disappointing. That one I figured out I don't like the thriller premise of a young woman marrying into a rich family, and the rich family has secrets, and it was just kind of boring. And the reveal,
Okay. Number 12 is The Gods Below by Andrea Stewart.
That one came out like either last year or
Last summer.
Yeah, last summer. Still haven't read it. That one could be one where obviously I put it on the list, so I should read it this year. But I could wait until the whole trilogy is out. I don't even know, like, are there announcements for the sequel? I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, I haven't heard either, so I'm not sure. Editing me will put something here if there is a announcement date for the sequel title or release date. Number 13 on your list, lucky number 13, is Beautiful Ugly by Alice Sweeney.
Yeah, we've both read that, and it was awful. Probably number one contender for worst book of the year so far.
Yeah, you have a rant review for it on your channel.
Yeah, it's bad.
Number 14 is The Boatmore Butcher by Elle Stevenson, and we do own that one too.
Yeah, but we're not reading that until October for
Yeah.
Thrill Chill or Kill.
Yeah, it's
So
a
obviously, haven't read that one yet.
fun slasher horror that you should join us for if you want to.
Yeah, and we know that because part one is The Goners, which was originally a novella, and it was really good.
Yeah, we both read it. We both liked it. Number 15 on your list, we also physically own. Da-da-da-da!
The Unworthy. I also read this. I gave a lot of these have been disappointments, but this one was not. I gave it 5 stars, thoroughly enjoyed it. I read it in one sitting because it's very, very short. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Now, throwing it all in grave.
Number 16 is Forget Me Not by Stacey Willingham. And this is not out yet. It comes out August 28th.
Okay.
So
I was like, I haven't read that yet, but it's not till August.
Yeah, not till the end of August here. 17 is also not yet released. It comes out July 29th. And it is She Didn't See It Coming by Shara LaPena.
Yeah, we always try to read her books.
Yeah. 18 is We Kept Her in the Cellar by W.R. Gorman.
I had to read that book because we're still in the middle of doing Ian's recommending us books. And I've DNF'd a couple of his picks, spoiler alert, and this was the last one I had to read. And I was really excited for this book, but ultimately, the more I think about it, I really didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
It was kind of a disappointment. Sorry, Ian.
Number 19 is out, but you haven't read it yet.
Oh.
It's King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby.
That's going to be like the next book I read.
Yeah.
And my plan was going to be to read it on release date, which was like a couple days ago, but I've just been busy with work and haven't been able to do it. But now, yeah, so close.
Number 20 is Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman.
This is our fantasy read-along over on the Bookish Drummer Discord, and I've not only read that one, but I've read the first 3 books.
Yeah.
Really liking it.
Number 21, we also own. It is The Traitor God by Cameron Johnston.
Well, we're not reading this until November.
Yeah.
So I haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I think, more excited for it than you are. It's like a dark fantasy duology.
Mm-hmm.
Number 22 is out, but not out in paperback, and I think you might be waiting for the paperback. It's Evil in Me by Bram.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for the paperback.
So the paperback doesn't actually come out until March of 2026.
Well, damn. Really?
March 24th, 2026.
Because it came out.
September of 2024, I think.
Yeah, so I just assumed it would be out in 2025.
March 2026.
Are you sure?
That's...
You didn't. Well, you messed up the Murakami one, so now I don't believe you. I gotta go look it up
you
myself.
Google it. But from what I could tell, the paperback comes out March 24th, 2026.
I don't believe you. What did you go on Amazon?
No, I just Googled it.
Well, you can't trust Google.
Okay. You can't trust Amazon sometimes either.
No shit. It's March 24th.
March 24th, 2026.
Why? So already I'm gonna fail the challenge.
Are you gonna replace that with something else while you have the opportunity?
Well, I mean, I could do just the audiobook, but like part of Brahms' thing is like he has illustrations, so like you'd be missing half the thing.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Or the other option is you could see if one of our libraries close by that we have a library card at has the hardcover.
Yeah, we have to actually physically go into a library, which we never do.
Yeah.
Only to get a library card and then
Yeah.
use it for digital purposes.
Yeah, basically. But we could go. I think you might be able to search the catalog online ahead of time.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Okay. Number 23 is another one we have. And it is The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden, the third book in this trilogy.
Still have not read this. I've been saying I'm going to be reading this forever. And I'm excited to read it because I really like the first two books, but I just haven't gotten to it for whatever reason.
Number 24 is Spread Me by Sarah Gailey. And that comes out September 23rd, so it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the final one on your list, number 25, is The Last Session by Julia Bartz.
And I read that one. I liked it. The first half was really strong, and then it just lost me in the second half. But it was pretty good.
So if I've counted correctly, I think you've read 12 out of 25. Because you've read Never Flinch, Luck in the Shadows, Priest of Bones, Dragon's Path, Atmosphere, Buffalo Hunter Hunter, Killing Cold, Beautiful Ugly, The Unworthy, We Kept Her in the Cellar, Dungeon Crawler Carl, and The Last Session.
Is that 13? Let me look at the list.
It's this section.
On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, so I don't know what I did with my fingers, but
Well, at the end, you were holding up 3 fingers.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, 13.
I goofed somehow.
You done goofed. But
Anyway, you read 12.
which is basically the halfway point. We're almost at the halfway point of the year, so having 12 is pretty good.
Yeah, and 5 of them are not out yet, so 5 of them aren't your fault.
So it's really 12 out of 20,
20, yeah.
which is impressive.
Not too bad.
Yeah, so I did slightly better than I thought I did.
Yeah, your
Not
guess
bad.
was 10.
But now it's your turn.
Time to shame me for everything I haven't read. It has been a reading year, and that it has not been a reading year.
I was about to say. All right, well.
I am going to predict.
Yeah, what's your prediction?
I'm going to predict that I have read 5 out of 25 because I am majorly slacking this year. But I am hoping that I will be pleasantly surprised, but we'll see.
So, you decided to split yours up into 5 categories.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the categories were, but I do remember I had like 5 sets of 5. One of them is and those categories aligned with my reading goals for the year. So one of them has got to be like sequels because my goal is always to finish more series. One of them I know was to read some books on Everend before I give up that subscription or before the Canadian model is forced to change into the credit system like the US. One of them is probably anticipated releases. One of them might be to start new series that I'm excited for. I'm not sure. And I have no clue what the other is, so you'll have to tell us.
Well, we're about to find out here. So the first one, as 5-star predictions.
Okay.
Would you like to guess how many you have read out of these 5?
1.
We shall see. The first one, if I can get it
The
out.
only reason I'm guessing 1 is because I'm hoping Malice is on the list.
Blackstone Heart.
Okay, I have not yet read this, and I really want to. I'm just slacking.
We know you're going to love it.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Reading other things, apparently.
Next up is The Folding Knife by KJ Parker.
Also really need to read this one. Also slacking.
This one you mentioned in your video that you might be waiting depending on when the final book will be released.
Okay. So
Which
it's-
would be Dark Age.
Oh, yes. I do want to read this. So I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure the final one is coming out 2026 now, but I can't remember when in 2026. I'll probably work it out and do like a reread up to the release, but I may squeeze like the rest of Red Rising series into the end of this year if it's not too far into 2026. So we'll see. But
Next-
yes, you're right. I'm purposely waiting.
Next one is a series that I'm also in the middle in, that you're a little bit ahead of me in.
Ooh, that's a swap.
Outlander.
Ah, okay. Number 7, An Echo in the Bone. So at this point, I'm kind of questioning whether I need to reread number 6 because I don't remember much of anything that happens in 6. I do remember I liked it and gave it 4 stars, but I don't know where my brain was because I remember everything else in the series like 1 through 5, but for some reason book 6 is like, poof.
All right, well
But yeah.
that's 4 to 5 and you predicted 1. So do you have a prediction of what this next book is?
I'm hoping it's Malice, but I could be wrong.
Not Malice.
Oh no.
It is.
Okay, The Ashes. This is the second book in the series, so why this one?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I grabbed
okay.
the wrong book.
The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I do think I'm really gonna love this when I get to it, and I do need to get to it.
So you have read 0 of your 5-star predictions.
Woohoo!
Great.
No, I'm not totally shocked at that. I have this thing where I like put off books I know I'm gonna love, and I need to quit it.
You said that in the video. And we're halfway through and you haven't read any of them.
Well,
Shame.
on the bright side though, I am smashing my 2025 Discord reading challenge. I'm at like 40 out of 52 on that, so
Very good.
I'm doing pretty good on that one.
So your next category is sequels. So-
Okay.
So out of the 5, how many do you think you have read?
I have done okay with series, but it really depends which series I have put on this list. I'm trying to think. Like, I know I have read at least like the rest of City of Brass. I finished that one. I've read a lot of sequels, but I don't know if they're like the ones I was most anticipating that I would have put on this list. I'm going to generously guess 2, but it's probably 1.
All right. Well, the first one on your list you have read,
Ooh, okay.
Wretched.
Aha, yes. This is book 3 in the Never After series by Emily McIntyre, and yes, I did read this in April. I did like it more than book 1 and 2, but I still didn't love it. I thought that it wasn't quite nuanced enough in the character work or the plot for me to really get invested. But as the books in the series get longer and longer, and as she's improved with every installment for me, I am still willing to give book 4 a try, especially because I own it, and they are really good readathon reads.
So the next book we don't own,
Okay.
and I have read it. We used to own these books.
We used to. Okay, now I have no idea. Because my guess initially was Jade War.
Yeah.
We used to own it?
I used to.
Oh.
And then I read it, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not going to read it again.
Okay. Well, I have them all on Audible.
It's Jade War,
Okay.
which you have not read.
No, and I need to. I really need to.
So the next one,
It's Eidolon by Grace Draven. Okay, I have not yet read this. I probably need to reread Radiance at this point, but I loved Radiance when I read it, and I'm keen to get back into the series now that I own it physically.
and the next series, yet again, I have read this book, but you have not read this book.
Oh boy.
And we currently have a read-along for it.
A series we're in the middle of? A read-along.
It's Sun Eater.
Oh, okay.
You
I'm
put
not
Kingdom-
doing the
you-
Sun Eater
you,
read-along.
you put Kingdoms of Death.
Okay, yeah, I do need to get back to that one and read it.
We did say that you could watch the author's videos on YouTube because he gives
The
really
recaps.
good recaps of all of his books.
Yeah.
You could do that.
I could. It's been so long though. I don't know. I'm undecided on whether I should reread or not. But I have other priorities right now.
This last one you are very excited for.
Is it
And
Black Veil?
we also currently have a read along.
Is it
for
Black
It's
Veil?
Black Veil.
I knew it.
Which we do.
I have been meaning to get to that for like 3 years, and I still haven't gotten there. But this
Do
is
it!
the year.
Do it!
This is the year. It's on my June TBR, and it may get pushed to July because I'm a little behind on the read along. But I'm going to get to it this year.
Do it.
I promise.
All right. So you did 1 out of the 5 sequels. So we have 1 out of 10 so far.
Oh boy. Okay.
Now, another one of our goals for both of us. 5 physical books.
Okay.
We need to read more of our physical shelf so we can eventually have more room for more books.
Okay.
So,
I
how
have
many
not done well on this.
how many do you think you have read out of these 5 physical books?
I have not read a ton of physical books. I did some in April, but I'm going to say 1 because I have a feeling Half Broke Horses is on here, and I think that because it's my oldest TBR veteran, so I'm going to say 1.
Well,
I think I would have kicked my butt to make me read it.
you have that author right.
Oh, but yeah, what's the other one?
The other one is Hang the Moon.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
Which you have not read.
But I at least read Half Broke Horses, which had been on my want to read since 2018. So I got rid of my oldest TBR vet this year, which felt good.
Oh boy.
I do want to read this. I'm unsure how I'm going to react to it.
So the next book is what I would call a mystery thriller kind of book. I've read this book, and you have not.
Oh, great. Okay.
And you said in the video that, like, I'm making you read this book because I think you're going to like it, which is not true. I just want you to read it to get your reaction from it.
Oh, boy. Okay.
It's Central Park.
By Guillaume Musso. Okay. I am not opposed to reading this. I will pick it up at some point soon.
I just really want to get your reaction to it.
Okay. I am unsure because I know that there's like some either time travel or like a parallel universe or something crazy like that.
No.
No?
There's none of that. I don't know what book you're thinking of, but it's not that.
Okay. I'll give it a whirl.
Next up, we have, which is a book that I had to get off of your cart from here because I was like, I know we own this book. Where is it?
Well, that means I probably haven't read it because I already filmed my wrap up for April and May and shelved those books. So yeah, I have not read it.
The Cousins.
By Karen McManus. This is a young adult thriller I need to read because it takes up a lot of room on our shelves. But yes, I have not gotten there yet. It might be a good one for our October readathon because it's like the font is pretty big. I don't know if you can see. Like there's not a ton of text per page and they're like thick pages, so it will read quickly.
Speaking of hardcover books, we have a hardcover thriller that I DNF'd. I did not enjoy this book, but you apparently want to give it a shot.
Okay. What is
Any
it?
guesses?
Last Girl Ghosted? Aha. Yeah. I am curious about this given the premise, but yeah, I have not yet read it.
Meh.
I still want to try it.
So far, that is 4 out of 5 that you have not read. And you guessed that you read at least 1, which you have. But which one did you read?
I don't know. You'll have to tell me.
It is a romance book.
Okay. Is it Dungeons and Drama? Aha. This was great. 4.5 stars. I am now questioning my choice to stop reading a lot of YA romance because I loved this so much. It was very cute, fake dating, and the MC was very well rounded because she got to react and be emotive to a lot of different types of things, and I just liked the relationship dynamics between the characters too.
So far, for
2
count,
out of 15.
2 out of 15.
Oh no.
And the next category is Everend books,
Okay.
which I will say you did
Better in.
You did better in.
I did start the year with good intentions of prioritizing that section because that's the one I'm like, okay, I want to get rid of this subscription. So let's prioritize some books I want to read on there.
So most of these books.
I know what one of them is, actually.
Okay.
One of them is Out on a Limb, and I loved that by Hannah Bonham Young.
Well, that's your first pick.
5 stars.
You read it.
It was fantastic.
What I was going to say is that 4 out of these 5 books, you know, we don't own, but one of them we do own.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Okay. But I've read one of them, at least.
The next one, I don't really know too much about this book. A True Love Experiment.
Okay, I do want to read this. This is Christina Lauren. I've read so many of their books, but not yet this one. And I have liked a lot of them. So yeah, I definitely want to give this a try at some point.
The next one you have read.
Okay.
It's a very, very popular, trendy book
Okay.
that you are a little bit late on.
Well, I'm late on a lot of those.
It's Fourth Wing.
Okay, yeah, I have read that, and I've actually caught up with the series, so I get brownie points because I've also read Iron Flame and Onyx Storm.
Okay.
And yes, I liked it. I can't remember what my rating was. I think it was like 4.5 stars. But yeah, if I had to rank the books, I would say like Fourth Wing and Onyx Storm are both very high for me, but Iron Flame is definitely my least favorite so far.
The next one is one of my all-time favorite books, and you have read a few books by this author.
Okay.
Any guesses?
From Everend?
We own this book physically.
No. Because normally I would think George, but I don't think I had any George books on Everend. Oh, okay, Blacktop Wasteland. This makes sense because the narrator is fantastic, and I would have wanted to prioritize doing the audio because it's Adam Lazar-White, I think. Yeah, and I have really loved some of his other books like Razorblade Tears, and I really enjoyed My Darkest Prayer. So yes, I definitely need to get to this one, but have not yet.
And the last one you have read.
Okay.
And it's a book that I think you mentioned, but in a different category, if you have a good memory.
Was it on your list?
No. It's a book that you mentioned
Like,
off of your...
Yes. Okay, I don't know. I don't remember.
The first book in a series.
I don't remember.
City of Brass.
Okay. I have read that one. Actually, that was a reread. But I have also finished out that series, including the short story collection. So I get extra brownie points.
Oh boy. Well,
yeah.
Those brownie points don't count in this video.
I know.
But
it makes me feel better.
You have read so far 5 out of 20.
Well, that was what I guessed, so I'm doing okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And your last category is anticipated releases.
Okay, I think I've read one of these.
We shall see.
One of them's going to be Riley Sager, which I have not read.
And we don't own any of these books.
Okay.
So, the first one, we have a read-along for.
Okay.
Any guesses?
We had a read-along or have a read-along?
Have, currently.
Okay, it could be the newest Green Rider book. It could, but I don't think I would put 2 books in the same series on the same video, and we already had Black Veil. It could be the newest Sun Eater book, but again, that would be like 2 of the same series on the same video. It could be the new Dungeon Crawler Carl on audio, but I feel like I would have counted that as a previous release. I don't know. You're going to have to tell me.
John Mars.
Okay. But that's not a series.
You killed me first. It's a read-along. I didn't say it was a series.
It was a read-along. You said it is a read-along. That was a March read-along, and I've read it.
No. John Mars read-along.
Yeah, but
it's currently happening.
Right, but we read that one in March.
That doesn't matter. That's not the question.
That threw me off.
You said, is it a read-along? And it is currently a read-along. I am right. You are wrong.
But we read it in March.
That doesn't... Good Lord. Tell in the comments, I am correct.
Okay, but I've read it. So yay, I've read another one.
Yeah, good Lord. All right, the next one, I'll just say off the bat, you have read.
Okay.
A very famous author.
Was it on your list?
No. I had no interest in this book, but a lot of people did.
Is it a standalone?
No.
Huh. Okay, I don't know. You're going to have to tell me.
Sunrise on the Reaping.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I did read this in April, and I liked it. I didn't like it quite as much as the original trilogy, but it was a solid 4-star read.
The next book you have read, and it was on my list as well.
Okay, this is Beautiful Ugly, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
We both did not like it.
No.
And the next book I have read, and you have not.
Okay.
Anticipated release.
Is it Atmosphere?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that just came out, so I'm not
yeah.
so mad.
I read it on day 1.
Well, I did not, because he was hogging the audiobook we ordered.
And the last one you've already mentioned.
Which is With a Vengeance?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is out, but we...
Yeah, it just came out. And I'm kind of holding off until July on purpose.
So, grand total, you have 8 out of 25, which is better than you predicted.
Is it better than you thought I would be doing, given the reading year I'm having so far? Yeah.
I was going through this list, I was like, oh boy. But then we got to the last 2 categories, and you made up for it.
Yeah. I had some solid redemption moments. So, yay.
Yep, and definitely a lot of these, you are excited for. So I'm confident you can catch up on them.
Yeah. I think there is a possibility I could finish the list. I think realistically, I may end up with like 23, 24 out of 25 by the end of the year.
Well, if you make it
We'll
that
see.
far, you're going to push yourself to finish it.
Perhaps, as long as I'm actually thinking about it. But I will say, like I said earlier, I am smashing through my 2025 Discord reading challenge. I'm at like 40 out of 52 on that. So I'm doing pretty good for the fact that I haven't read that much this year.
And I am halfway through my list, so I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And by the end of the year, if I'm like behind a couple of things, I'll do some catch up.
Sounds good.
We did it.
We did it.
We did pretty good.
Yeah, we both did better than what we guessed. So that's a nice feeling.
Yeah, I guess 10. I
And
did
you're at
12.
And I guessed 5 and I'm at 8.
And 5 of mine aren't even out yet.
Yeah.
A couple of yours aren't out yet, I think.
And some of them just came out, like Riley Sager and Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Actually, all of your books are out. You have no excuses.
Okay. So let us know down below in the comments. Have you been reading the books that you plan to read this year? Do you have a goal list? And have you checked in with said goal list? How are you doing if you have one? If you don't, what anticipated releases or like what books on our list are you the most excited for us to get to and hear our thoughts on? And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on your way out if you want to, and have a great day. Bye.
Bye.